Well, 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 well. Greetings and salutations to everybody across the nation. This is Dr. Willie Jolley.
And this is Dee Taylor Jolley. Good evening.
We the Jolleys. We want to welcome you to Happily Married Monday with the Jolleys. Oops.
What happened?
I don't have the books in front of me. But somebody might not know who we are.
Lord have mercy.
Somebody might say, who they at? Who they? We're the authors of the book, Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last. 10 Secrets to Shape a Great Marriage. Oh, I like the way this one feels. Oh, I love the way this book feels. I'm into books. I'm into the aesthetics of books.
We just got in from New York City. We
Just
had a fabulous
walked
weekend.
in.
Yes.
Had to put this on quick because we want to be there for you at 9
We're
o'clock.
right here for you.
So we had a great weekend
Yes, we did.
for her
It's my
birthday.
birthday weekend, and we saw Hamilton.
Hamilton and the backstage.
It's a tiny stage.
Yeah, but backstage at Hamilton
And the people were wonderful.
was just fabulous. Had a great time. I'm gonna show you 2 or 3 little excerpts. This is the star of the show, Hamilton. And y'all see? Yeah, that's the guy who played Alexander Hamilton.
Alexander Hamilton.
And then this was the gentleman who played Thomas Jefferson. Y'all see that? And then last night we were at a wedding and we were with the former governor of the state of New York and his beautiful bride, married as Governor David Patterson, first African-American governor of the state of New York, as well as the first legally blind governor of the state of New York. So we had a great time. And they've been married 12 weeks, and they said, oh, you got to have...
12 weeks. I said, 12 what?
So
12 weeks.
I spoke at the wedding of my friend Eugene Mitchell and his new bride, Mecca Santana. And I told the group, the ceremonial people, about the fact that we, my bride and I, have been married for going on 35 years next anniversary. Haven't had an argument in over 32 years. And people say you never argue. No, we say we haven't argued 32 years. Those first couple of years were like World War III, but we learned some wise principles from some wise mentors that taught us how to stop arguing and to get to loving. And we haven't had any more arguments. And so now we're able to teach others the principles that we learned. Listen to this thought. Methods are many. Principles are few. Methods may change, but principles never do. So once you get bedrock principles to build your life on, then you can build a great building from a firm foundation. We hear that in our scriptural lessons, our faith.
Methods are many.
Principles are few. Methods may change, but principles never do. So
how does that apply to our marriage?
that happened in our marriage. We learned principles, and we didn't have to run around with a whole lot of arguing over this or that. The principles, the systems. So it's like when one of my family members called and said we just had a big marriage, and she was saying one thing, he was saying, big argument. And they were going at it. I said, oh, stop. Now, what side do you? Stop. We take no sides. What we take is this, that you don't have any systems. You don't have a system
to handle the particular situation.
No system for handling disagreements, no system for handling money issues, no system for handling sex, No systems. And if you have systems, it resorts down to arguing. You start arguing, and then somebody says something that hurts somebody's feelings, and then they hold that in, and it builds up and builds up and builds up. Rather than doing what we recommend doing, having open and honest conversation when your feelings are hurt, fix it early. Don't go to sleep angry.
But I think that you might not know how to have an open and honest conversation.
Answer.
Where is the answer in there for an open and honest conversation?
4 F's.
How do we have an open and honest conversation?
4 F's. And
be friendly, be frank, be fair.
oh, look, don't
And
fly
focus on a
off.
positive result.
First, be friendly. Always start every difficult, challenging conversation being friendly. When you're hostile, angry, people put up defense mechanisms. That's normal.
So how do you be
Logical
friendly? This is
behavior.
what you're doing.
Be friendly. Start off with a friendly. Don't come in hostile. Don't come in angry, because you got to start off friendly and have a
I have
conversation.
something I need to talk to you about.
That's
Is that
friendly.
how-
That's exactly
friendly?
right. That's exactly
That's
right.
uncomfortable for me to talk to you about.
But that's fine. But at least you were friendly. You weren't, I got a problem with you. Okay. Be friendly. Then be frank. Be frank means, rather than saying, you did this or you did that, and your motivation for doing that or the reason you did, no one knows somebody's motivation but that person. Often that person doesn't really know their motivation. But you cannot tell anybody else's motivation for doing it. You can guess, make an assumption, but you can't say for
But you can say, this is how what you did.
Ah, there you go. Frank. Now what it's about
This is how what you did
made me feel. That's Frank. Being absolutely honest. Hurt my feelings. I felt hurt. I felt rejected. I felt belittled, devalued. So, be friendly, be frank. This is how you made me feel. Be fair. That means you got to listen. You cannot be fair if you don't listen.
So you have to listen more than you talk?
We got to at least
Ears,
listen.
one mouth?
Well, you got to hear what they say, why that happened, what came to be. Listen, be willing to listen and really listen.
But I think when you say really listen, you mean to listen without judgment, to hear what's going on and not prejudge, not be silent because you're simply waiting for them to stop talking so you can say what you were going to say originally.
Right. You got to listen. So be friendly, be frank, be fair, and then be focused on a win-win. That this should end in a positive manner.
We both want to come out
Feeling
on
like
the
we
winning
won.
end.
Everybody
because
wants to
that positively affects the relationship. If one person feels like they've lost,
Yep.
then it hurts the relationship and it does not develop trust.
That's right. The best negotiations are when both people leave the table feeling like they won. And the best marriages are when y'all can resolve it where both of you feel like you won. Oh, I got it in my
What's
pocket.
our topic? Ooh,
Playbill.
Excellent.
Hamilton.
what's our topic for tonight, Mr.
Tonight's
Dr.
topic is what happened to the love and communication we once had. Woo! We get more people who talk to us about not what it used to be. That we got some issues. We don't communicate anymore. So let's talk about that. You know, we have in the book, we got 10, we got actually more than 10 chapters, because we got a chapter for people who are single, a special section, how to choose the right person to marry. And that's a big deal, how you choose. But we do have these chapters. Friends first, make God an equal part of your marriage, decide to make it last, communicate, talk to each other, leave the drama with your mama, agree about disagreeing, how to handle a stalemate, sex, headaches, and other lies, always date your mate, and count the cost. Money matters. Well, we're going to focus tonight on communication. Communicate. Talk to.
Okay, what happened to the love and communication we once had?
What happened?
Okay, so where are we going with that? What are the questions?
What happened was that we stopped communicating. Most people start off great. They dating, they married, they date. Well, first of all, most people start off dating, and it's something about the other person that just is popping for them. You know, everything's going great.
I think there is a physical attraction. Is that what you're talking about popping?
Yeah. Maybe sexually popping, or they're flitter flatter, no matter what.
But I think you're also working at it then. You're new in the relationship and you're working at it. You're working at it, you're finding time to date, you listen, you lean in, you listen, because you want to figure out as much as you can about the person. Because you're trying to figure out, is this the one? And you're hoping that this is the one.
Right. Some people hope so much that they ignore red flags. I'm so hopeful. I want this to be the one. I want to get married. My friends are all married. And there are obvious red flags that are there that they ignore. So, got to communicate. What happened to the love and communication we once had?
So you're saying communication is a problem. Communication becomes a problem.
Communication, 3 big boulders for breaking up marriage. Sex, money, communication. Of the 3, the one that has the most impact is communication. If you have good communication, you can talk about money. If you have good communication, you can talk about sex. But without good communication, everything in marriages fall apart. And many marriages fall apart, end up in divorce, because people stop communicating, and then it got ugly. They stopped talking.
So you don't know what the other person's actually thinking, or the other person's not really telling you what they're thinking. They're not being honest, because perhaps they don't think that you would receive it in the right way. So what are our questions for this evening?
Well,
Dr.
my friend
Jolley?
Stephen Gaffney, who is a business communication expert and author of the book Honest Communication, says that great organizations are built on open and honest communication, and that effective communication requires being able to get the unsaid said. I think that's a big, major point. Getting the unsaid, that which people are withholding, not talking about, their hurts, their pains, their doubts, their fears, getting it out so that we can at least talk about it. We can fix it. But if you don't talk about it, nobody knows. Then you're guessing, you're making assumptions. Why is she not talking? Or why is he stonewalling? Or whatever. You gotta talk about it. One of the things that has made our marriage great is that we talk about what bothers us. Don't we? Like the Coca-Cola.
He eats faster than I do, and he drinks his drink, and he drinks mine.
So tonight on the train,
he bought the soda.
I went and got the sodas for her.
He did. He was such a sweetheart, and I'm a slow eater, and I was enjoying my nuts and my fruit, and I saw that I had 3/4 of the glass, and I had nursed it because I drink after I eat, and I'm eating. And I look up, it's gone.
It wasn't all gone. It was a corner.
One sip
It was
left.
a corner left.
I was like,
I didn't think she was interested in the soda anymore. It's been there forever.
we've been together for 40 years, and still, you didn't think I wanted the soda.
Nah, I didn't think it was.
He wanted my soda more.
So she
Then I
said, "My
wanted
feet,
the
my
soda."
soda." So I
He
had to
took
get
my
another soda.
soda.
So, but we talked about it.
Yeah, I was like,
Took my soda.
he eats fast,
I was
and
gonna
I have to
wait.
hoard my stuff to the side because he'll eat his and he'll eat mine. I mean, I still love him, but I just wanted him to know that I was looking forward to this.
She was looking for it, but we talked about it. Now,
Something just that simple.
something that simple. We have had people who have had major arguments on a lot less than that. Like, we had one couple we talked to who argued about who was going to turn off the lights. Remember that?
When they left the house, who would be the last ones to turn out the light?
Who was going to be? Oh, I mean, it was less than a soda, and they had a blowout argument about it. I mean, a big blowout.
I said, what does it? Doesn't matter. It did to them.
It did to them.
So you think that was a power struggle?
I think it was a lack of communication, and whether we don't know don't know the motivation. All I know is that what happened was that they didn't communicate effectively to say, "Hey, I'll take care of it," or "You take care of it," or "My feelings are hurt because you."
But you know what I think, and we had talked about that briefly, and I think you kind of poo-pooed me when I said I think some of it is a lack of trust and just a lack of time and attention and romance. So I said, "You can drink my soda. I love you, so you can drink it." I'm like, "I wanted it." And then I start to tease you about it because you drank it, which you normally do. But I love you, so.
We talked about it though.
Yeah.
Right. And then I bought another soda.
Yeah.
I get her something else. I done took it as heck. Hamilton!
Let's get to the question.
Hamilton! Okay. Let's get to questions. Because so many people, I want to thank y'all for doing one thing for me, sharing this with your networks, telling them two things. One, they can watch it Monday night at 9 o'clock, or they can go to our new YouTube channel for Happily Married Monday with the Jolleys, and they can see this episode as well as others. So
What's that question?
Here's a question for today. We're getting questions from y'all, and they are...
So where would they send, if someone has a question that they want us to discuss, where would they send it?
Send it to info, INF as in Frank O, at williejolly.com. Info at WILLIEJOLLEY.com. I want to say hello to Dr. Stan Harris. My wife was on his show this morning.
Yes.
And if y'all are on my XM, you know that I replayed the interview I did on his call, his empowerment call. That's so powerful that we were just popping. And he's been my guest. And I believe his interview should be up on podcast either this week or by the end of the week. So, all right, here we go. Let's see it. My spouse and I are starting to grow apart, and I don't know what to do. We are both busy with our careers, and then we have to take the kids to different events in different parts of the city. When we get back home, he retreats to his man cave, and I go to our family room to watch some of the DVD shows, or the shows I have DVR'd. I know that we are seeming to grow further and further apart. Seems like we are living separate lives while living in the same house. What should we do? What's your answer? I got my answer in my mind.
Well, you had read the question earlier. I had not. My initial reaction is, so why is there a man cave, and why is there a separate going to the DVR materials?
Well, for people, men like men caves, and people who are...
So then obviously they're separate lives if the system is he goes to the man cave and she goes over here to watch DVR videos.
Well, she working, she got favorite shows that she wants to see.
So they don't have downtime together.
That's right.
So there's no opportunity to develop a closeness, which is really intentional. This is what you're doing. Okay, the kids are here, we have dinner, and now you here and I'm here. That's an intentional. I'm going here, you go here. That's intentional.
Okay, what's the solution?
To don't go over here and don't go over here.
That's not That's not going to work.
That's what I think. Well, first of all, relationships are messy.
Right.
So one person, this person, I don't know, is that the man or the woman? The woman says, this is not working for me.
Right.
We need to have a conversation.
Right. There's a better solution. Better solution.
They still have to have communication.
Here's the solution.
I know what you're going to say.
Chapter number 9.
Date your mate.
Always date your mate. A husband should never stop dating his wife, and a wife should never stop flirting with her husband.
But you can't flirt
Hold on.
if she's using
How do you-
DVR material
so how do
and
you-
he's in the man cave.
How do you figure it? Yeah, here's how you flirt. Make it a mandatory part of your life to have a date night every week. A date night. That's your time. And in that date night, it is in your schedule every week. We have a date night. What night?
Thursday.
What time? All Thursday evening.
All Thursday evening.
Now, when
from the time we stop working, which is about 6 or 7 o'clock on.
Right. Now, but when the kids were growing up, our date night started at about 9 o'clock.
About 9 o'clock.
Right.
We started getting ready by 8 because we were trying to get rid of the kids and put them to bed.
That's right.
So we could do our popcorn. It was Jiffy popcorn back then.
Jiffy popcorn.
And our show started at 9 o'clock, which was L.A. Law.
L.A. Law, Hill Street Blues.
Hill Street Blues, L.A. Law, and then whatever came after that.
Right. That was.
And we were rushing to get there.
You
right?
know, all of that was our date night.
So we could spend quality time together.
And that time was where we had a couple rules. Couldn't talk about the
children.
And couldn't talk about
the bills.
No talk about the kids and no talk about the bill. But when you were dating, you didn't have kids, probably, unless you had a blended family. But you didn't talk about it while you were on a date.
You were trying to find out more about each other.
That's right.
And trying to figure out what else we had in common.
And you didn't complain about your bills because you were courting and flirting and excited.
That was going to lead up to romance and sex. That's what you were focused on.
Going to lead somewhere. So, let me tell you something. Part of the reason that nothing's leading anywhere because you're not having a date. You're not making it priority to have a date night. And then you don't talk about things that you talked about that led to the loving when you were dating. You didn't talk about the kids. You didn't talk about the bills. You talked about each other.
You were interested
in each other. What's your
doing.
dreams? What's your goals? What's going on?
And how can I help you?
Yes.
Achieve your dreams and your goals.
What are your goals, your dreams?
So somebody has to be the one to say, let's not go to the man cave. Or you know what? I'm not. If she has brought it up, she initiated the email question, then instead of her going to the DVR family room to watch the movie, then she said, let me cuddle up with you in the man cave.
He might not want to do that though. But that's okay. Here's what I do want to listen. Let me finish the thought. He might not want to do that because men got this thing about man cave. I don't have a man cave.
You don't have a man cave.
All right, so but here's what I
and if you had one, I'd crawl on in there.
Yeah, you would. And so here's what I want to say to you though.
And I'd convince you that you didn't need a man cave.
You'd give me some sort of incentive.
Yes, I would. I would incentivize you so that, you know what? There's something else going on better than the man cave. Let me show you about it.
That man cave is done! Done! So listen very carefully. We spend most of our available time with each other. Now, we have a morning
because
routine.
Because he's interesting, totally unpredictable.
Never know.
And he loves me.
I love
her. He makes me feel wonderful. So isn't that a reason
smart,
that you want to be close
and we
to
have
somebody?
a fun time, and I drink a Coca-Cola, but we are together. Now, we spend almost all the time with each other after 9 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. 9 or 10 o'clock. That's 10 o'clock.
Because I'm up and out about 4:30 or 5 a.m. at the gym. He rolls over in my space.
I am not an early bird. She's up at 4:30 every morning, no matter what time she goes to bed. 4:30, she's up. Time to go to yoga.
I don't say that because you're not. You sleep.
I don't know what she's saying.
But I'm up and out because I get my clothes and everything ready so that I don't disturb him.
So she's up and out. Mm-hmm. She gets back around 9. I get back. I go out about 7:30 to the gym, and I'm back about 9:30. And we're back to office, and then we're together the rest of the day. We're together. On weekends, we're together, except Saturday. She does her thing Saturday, goes to the mom's market and all that. And all day Sunday. And we spend our available time with each other.
So we like each other.
Yes. So it goes back to a lot of the principles. Remember, methods are many, principles are few. Methods may change, but principles never do. Here's the key, is that the principle is 1, friends first. 2, make God equal part of your marriage. 3, decide to make it last. It's a decision. 4, communicate about
So you
everything.
should stop there.
All right.
Work on the communication piece, which means we're going to listen more than we talk. How was your day? How did you enjoy? What difficulty did you have today? What happened at work today? And I think we're unusual in that we work together. So you have couples, the majority of married couples are not working together.
No, but we didn't work together the first
But
few
I'm
years.
saying, if you're married 30, 40, 50 years and you're not working together, we have an advantage. It then becomes even more important that when you do see your mate at the end of the day, that how was your day?
Mm-hmm.
What went on? What happened with so-and-so? You really have to make a conscientious effort to listen so you'll know how your spouse is being impacted by all the different things that you're not seeing or hearing.
Right.
And that's affecting how they're responding to life and how they're responding to you.
Right. So we want you to start making a point to ask your spouse about how's your day going? Mm-hmm. How was your day? And listening. Sincerely listening. And then ask about, what's the latest exciting thing to happen or something funny to happen. You told me some things today of people you met yesterday. And I said, that was interesting about the lady who had the plaid dress on. And she shopped the runway.
She shops.
What do you call runway?
She rents the runway.
Oh, rents the
runway. And I
runway.
had never met a person who uses rent the runway. she was fabulous.
She would look great.
Yes.
And she runs marathons.
Yes. She ran her 10th marathon.
And she's telling me all of this and kind of filling me in.
And we're in the same reception.
Yeah. Now,
Same
let me
wedding.
tell you something funny about my wife, though. My wife is not a pop culture person.
I don't know anybody.
She don't know nobody. I mean,
Nothing
it could be
about anybody.
It could be the most famous person in the world walk up to her and she just talk to him like, "How you doing? What's going on?" I had no idea who they are. So last night at the wedding, we're sitting right behind the family in the second row because I had to speak, and a gentleman and his wife or lady friend or whatever came and sat next to us. So it was me on the aisle, Dee, and there's only 4 seats. Then this gentleman and the lady.
Which was his wife.
Was his wife,
way.
but I didn't know at that point. And so after the ceremony was over, they ushered the people out of the room. Dee was included in the people that I stayed to take pictures because the pastor asked me to stay and take pictures with the bridal party. Well, this guy and his wife stayed as well. And I overheard them say, "Governor, come and take a picture with us." I said, "Governor." So I go over the corner, Google, Governor.
Google is the master of everything communication-wise. Or information-wise.
I get it. That's David Patterson. I think that's who it is. He was the first African-American governor of New York. He when you
And
look at
legally
him,
blind.
and legally blind, he kind of looks at you differently. I said, "I wonder for you."
Well, we were having a great conversation
So
because I didn't know who that was.
So they go out into the room. I stay back, and then I go out. And Dee's sitting at the table with them. They just talking. That's having a good time. Dee says, so they took a, somebody came over to take a picture with them, and she said, "I think he's in media. What do you think he's in media?" I said, "Dee, that's David Patterson. He's the former governor of the state of New York, first African American." "Oh, but that's so nice." And we become friends, and we took some pictures. He's a great guy, and if they were watching Marion, just sweet as they could be, both of them. He is so funny. He was telling me one funny story after another about coming off a plane, and somebody said, "Hey, Governor," and he said, "Hey," and his wife said, "Who?" And he said, "I'm blind. I don't see far away." He said, "Who?" And he said, "Who?" And she said, "That's Spike." "Oh, hey, Spike." "Spike who?" "Spike Lee." "Oh, hey, Spike." So amazing. He's so funny. He's so humorous, and he's so personal.
They make you feel at ease and comfortable.
Celebrities, real celebrities, they make you feel at ease. Gladys Knight does that. Okay, oh my gosh, our time is up. Okay, we've had a good time. We got more questions. Send your questions. Info at williejolly.com. Go get marriage, jollymarriage.com. Now we got the book. You get 2 copies.
And it is coming. The light is out. It is coming to Audible. We had several people who asked yesterday, so you can get the CDs by calling our office. Or
CDs go to jollymarriage.com.
So it is on CD.
CD is on audio.
And it's coming to Audible.
Yeah, not there yet, but you get 2 copies of the book, get the workbook, get the marriage seminar on CD, and get the book on CD.
You can get the whole kit and caboodle.
Get the kit and caboodle at jollymarriage.com.
And you can get a download of everything.
And you can now get it digitally. For people in Australia, South Africa, China, wherever you are in the world who watch this, you can go and get it downloaded right now. Look, we want to thank y'all. Do us a favor. Spread the word. We want to save 1 million marriages, enhance 1 million marriages. We want to help marriages stop fighting and fussing and get to loving. Are you with me on that?
Married
Do you
folks
want
live
to? Oh, forgot. This Saturday.
Oh, yes.
Free marriage seminar. Fort Lauderdale area, Hollywood,
The
Florida.
Now Church.
The Now Church in Hollywood, Florida. Pastor Javen Campbell, 5 o'clock
5 p.m.
on Saturday.
This Saturday.
Free. The Jolleys will be there helping y'all do marriage better. Join us. Tell your friends. Lottie-dottie and everybody.
Doing marriage better together.
Doing marriage better together. Come and join us at the Now Church. You can go to the Now Church, Fort Lauderdale, to get detail where they'll be having. And then Sunday morning, I'll be giving the message at the worship service Sunday morning. So come and join us. You're in the Fort Lauderdale. You're in the South Florida area. Come
Is that
join
near
us.
Hollywood? Is Hollywood and all that?
Yeah, Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, Boca, Delray, Miami. Come on, come join us.
So we're headed to the sun.
We're coming down to Florida.
Jolly out.
Jolly out. See y'all. God bless.